No one's talking about embarrassing symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. Things like sneezing and then you leak, body odor changes, the labia shrinking. You deserve to know what is happening to your body in perimenopause. And I want to break that stigma today, and we are going to talk about it in this video. I'm Dr. Jen. Welcome to my channel. And I'm doing this video because this is what happened to me. I noticed, man, what is up with this change in my body odor? Like, why is this happening? This has never happened before. Or why am I having urgency symptoms? And so I think it's important to educate and empower you so you know what is happening to your body, especially down there, which isn't talked about very often. And you can go to your provider with questions and concerns if you need help. So let's talk about the top 5 embarrassing symptoms of menopause. Number 1, dry vagina. It feels like a cactus. It feels like a desert. It feels like burning. Women describe it a lot of different ways. It can be dry just sitting and not even really doing anything. And the dryness happens because when you lose estrogen makes the tissue down there very plump, able to tolerate friction during sex, able to make lubrication. And so when you lose estrogen, your ability to make lubrication goes down, your ability to have the tissue have some resilience and be thick and tolerate more friction goes down. And the tissue becomes really thin and pale and real irritable. So things like sex can be very painful. In fact, women will often describe it's uncomfortable even having him put anything in there. And when they're having sex, they experience terrible burning and irritation. So vaginal dryness is one of those very common symptoms. In fact, 60% of women experience vaginal dryness, and there are solutions. So for vaginal dryness, obviously estrogen is amazing. Vaginal estrogen, I think every adult menopausal vagina needs estrogen. And estrogen, again, helps improve collagen, improve the tissue, make it pink and have good blood flow, improve lubrication. So that's something that's critically important when you're in that stage. The other options are things like hyaluronic acid, where it helps retain moisture. So you would use things like vitamin E and put moisture in the vagina and then retain moisture. And there are suppositories that are offered online by certain companies that do offer that, and it can be compounded with estradiol and making a suppository that has estradiol, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, so give you moisture, retain moisture, and fix the tissue. So those are some options. And then there are obviously some non-hormonal options too that people use for moisture. There are products that, Ectoin, which also helps with an ingredient that helps with moisture in the vagina. But it's important that you recognize that if you're having vaginal dryness, there are options for you. Number 2, painful sex, because it kind of piggybacks off of this. Painful sex can happen not only because of the dryness issue, but also women can notice this because the tissue now is changed, right? So the anatomy can be different. And also the fact that the pelvic floor muscles can start to relax. And so some women notice that they get pain in certain positions, or they may get pain essentially even doing exercises like physical activity that causes them pain because of pelvic floor dysfunction. So as we age, we have relaxation of our muscles, but we also have relaxation of the tissue, which can ultimately lead to painful sex. So a good exam by a good doctor who understands pelvic anatomy is crucial to try to figure out, is this pelvic floor dysfunction? And can you go to pelvic floor PT, which is amazing. Number 3, body odor changes.